All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so good afternoon. And so today we're going to talk about COVID precaution. And I would like to introduce my teammates at the very beginning. So the first one will be Henry. Um, Henry is our ELAN coordinator, and also Joyce is our Yunlin coordinator. And the last one is Sonia, our training specialist. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so actually you already heard this topic when you first time came to Taiwan, but the CDC regulations keeps changing. So today we will talk about some new regulations and also remind you some basic knowledge. These four parts are the topics we are going to talk about today. The first one will be quarantine. Second one is self-health management. Third one is regulations you should know. And the last one is differences between level 2 and level 3. First one, so for the ETFs who arrived in Taiwan on July 28th, you will receive a CDC text message to tell you that you have to do the at-home COVID test on day 12, which will be this Sunday, August 8th. And you will receive the message will tell you how to do it. They will give you a video and show you the instructions. And the police will collect the test result from you. And this is for the day 14 COVID test. There will be a bus stop at your quarantine hotel, and you have to bring your passport and ARC with you. And the hotel staff will tell you the actual testing time and the location. You just follow the hotel staff's instructions. And after 14 days quarantine, you will have to go to the next location for 7 days self-health management. So FIC will arrange a car for you. You will receive a detailed schedule from your coordinator, tell you when you should be at the lobby. And please do not talk to your friends at the lobby. You have to wear a mask and keep the social distance. So for the indoor social distance is 1.5 meters, which means you have to imagine there are 2 arms in between. Okay, between other people. So you have to be on time and the car will wait you at the door. So this is very important. Therefore, I would like to say it again. So please keep the social distance and interact with the same group of people. The reason to ask you to do so is that if any of you taste positive, then the whole group having contact with you will have to get quarantined again, even though you have gotten vaccinated. So please keep the social distance, okay? And do not gather with other people. And some people may be infected by the coronavirus with no symptoms. So this is the reason why we ask you to follow the rules and the regulations to protect yourself and other people. Okay? So now I want to have some interaction with you. You have to help me to type the answers in the chat box. Okay? They're very easy. The first one, to protect people, other people and yourself, wearing blah, blah, blah when you go outside. So can you type the answer? Yes, it's pretty easy, right? Okay, the answer is A, mask. You have to wear a mask all the time. And second one, when should you wash your hands with soap? A, B, C, D. Which one? D, F? Really? Okay. D, the answer is D. And tell me which one is correct. A, B, C, D, E. 5 options. Which one is correct? Any answers? Yes. Okay. Great. So for this question, the correct answer is A. You have to keep at least 2 arms, okay, from other people. And for B, you cannot sit right next to your roommate while eating, and you cannot take MRT or bus during the self-health management. Okay, for the people you have to do the self-health management, you are unable to take the public transportation. Okay, please remember this. And you cannot have dinner with your friend in the restaurant. And the minimum fines for this one is 60,000. Okay, and for your information, the maximum fines will be $300,000. Okay, please keep in mind. And this one, I believe you're very familiar with this chart. So for the people who have to do the self-health management, you have to keep the contact record, okay, just like the winter. So you will receive this Google Sheet link from your coordinators. And please remember to keep the record all the time, okay? So next, I want to welcome my partner, Henry.
Hello. It's good to see you again. So I'm going to talk about information about vaccine. I guess most of you already know how effective vaccine are, right? So, but what we know about COVID-19 vaccines so far, they are safe and effective at preventing COVID-19, including like severe illness and even death. For Delta variant, they are only able to protect you from getting severe disease and also death. But it doesn't mean like you are fully protected from vaccines. Therefore, you are still likely to get infection. Like I said, infection still happen in people who are fully vaccinated. But when these infections occur among like vaccinated people, they tend to be mild, maybe like cough or headache, only headache and cough. And can I still transmit COVID-19 after vaccination? Can you leave your answer at the chat box? Can I still? Actually, there's no evidence that any of current COVID-19 vaccines can completely stop people from being infected. That's the reason why you still need to have 14 days quarantine to prevent from spreading the virus to others. Especially like when people have a condition or are taking medication, that will weaken the immune system and should continue to take all precautions recommended for unvaccinated people, including like wearing a mask until advised by their healthcare provider. So the answer is yes, right? And next one is, how do I protect myself and others? So what should you do? Keep doing after fully vaccination. As we mentioned earlier, infections still happen in people who are fully vaccinated. And you will still need to follow the guidance, rules at any other place in Taiwan. And next one, just watch out for any symptoms of COVID-19, especially someone is sick around you. And if you have any symptoms of COVID-19, please see a doctor and stay at home and away from others and contact your coordinator. No. Yeah, you might have heard about this one before, so I will go, it's kind of review it very quickly. And you need to wash your hand for at least 20 seconds, all right? So we have around 7 steps. First one is palms, back of your hand, gaps between fingers, back of fingers, follicle, fingertip, and also wrist. And each step take around like 3 seconds to do it. And do you still remember how many times you touch your face per hours? Per hour. Do you still remember? We mentioned this one in January. Do you know the answer? So according to a study in Australia, people touch their faces around like 23 times per hour. So you almost touch your face around like 200, more than 200 times per day. So try not to touch your eyes, nose, and mouth as much as possible. Number 3, take your temperature. If you feel during quarantine and also self-health management, as long as you don't feel well, and you also need to take your temperature in daytime and nighttime, right? So at least take your temperature twice a day. If your temperature is over 37.5 Celsius, contact your coordinator immediately to arrange an appointment with doctor. Next one, just keep social distance as Ariel mentioned. 1 meter outdoors, 1.5 meters indoor. This one is how to wear mask properly. First one, open your mask. Can you see? And wear, place over your ears, and also pinch here and feet. You need to make sure it covers your nose and also mouth. And MIT, made in Taiwan, the most important. Okay, keeping healthy is the most important part in your life. Physically, you need to get at least 7 hours sleep and eat healthy foods. For mental health, we can try to do some yoga and meditation and try to be active and managing the personal stress. Now let's welcome my next partner, Sonia.
Good afternoon, I'm Sonia. I know you heard the music before our presentation. Some ETF, Mandy and Lauren just told me, Sonia, your sound is on. I said, yeah, I did it on purpose because this song, good job. This is related with today's topic. So I want to share this with you. I put it in the chat box. And this song want to thanks for the people who help the situation everywhere. Some coordinator asked me, Sonia, do you mean we did a good job? Yeah, I think everyone did a good job so far. Okay, my part is about regulations you should know. And then we just want to review and also update some new regulations. If you live in the community with elevator and superintendent, the entry policy is the same. Take temperature, leave records, wear mask, and also avoid talking inside the elevator. The new regulation is if you have a package, mail, or food delivery, they only can send to the first floor lobby. There's a picture like in the middle, only can put it there. And also the public facility will be closed, like swimming pool, gym, or library, this will close. If you live in the apartment, individual apartment, with no superintendent, I'm sorry, you need to protect by yourself. You need to buy alcohol sanitizer by yourself. So every time when you go home, entering the apartment, better wash your hands or change your clothes. About food delivery, it's also better to meet on the first floor. Also, if you have roommate, we suggest reduce body contact. So during this time, try not to hug each other or fight with each other. And also, you also can arrange your schedule, routine schedule for laundry, and remember to clean the share area frequently. The next one is about school. So right now, the new school will start on September 1st. The government, they really want all teachers, including Taiwanese teachers, and also you, can take vaccine before entering to the school. So since July 19, many teachers from kindergarten to senior high school, they already take vaccine. But still some teachers, like substitute teachers, some schools are still waiting for substitute teachers. They haven't taken vaccine, so they're still waiting on the list. The regulation is if teachers don't take vaccine or less than 14 days, they need to show a proof, a negative PCR test on the first day of school. And moreover, they need to take rapid tests every 3 to 7 days. It's very troublesome, 很麻烦. So if you already take vaccine, congratulations. If not, then don't worry. I think your school will try to make a list, and then you hope you can take vaccine before September 1st. Okay. And as you know, since last semester, many schools already try online teaching. Then they discover some problems, like students do not show up, and also some students, they don't have parents to help them for learning or reviewing. So they are kind of, their situation, study situation is left behind. And also short-sighted cases increasing. So people are still talking about which way is better. Should they go to school or should they continue to online teaching? From Ministry of Education, they hope continue online teaching unless the situation is getting better. So every day we may have new policy coming up. So don't worry. I think coordinators will update with you. Taipei City is very special. They have their own policy. They say new semester they are going to combine both. But this is kind of controversial. They say first and second graders, because they are really young, so it's better they go to school and have someone to look after them. And 9th and 12th graders, they need to prepare for the exam, big exam, so they better go to school too. But other graders will do both online and virtual classes. Actually, I don't know how they make this work, but this is their new policy. So we'll see. We'll see how the situation goes. Okay, about food policy. So as you know, we have level 3 before July 26th, and recently we changed to level 2. About these changes, I think Joyce will explain more in the next part. So during level 3, you need to wear a mask outside all the time, which means I remember when I ride my scooter in very hot weather, and I really want to drink water, but I can't, because there are so many like social justice warriors. They will say, you didn't wear your mask, you will get fined. So I think because Taiwanese will remind each other, like, oh, wear your mask, wear your mask. So I think during that time, it's really hard for people to eat outside. And some cases were discussed during the news. For example, like taxi drivers or some workers, they need place to eat lunch. So the situation is not easy during that time. Fortunately, we changed level 2 right now, so it's getting better now. And the new, so the next slide will show you. So right now, if you go to restaurant or convenience store, you need to leave your records, like contact information, by handwriting or scan the QR code. And also, we have new product coming out. One product is, I feel is very amazing. This is on the right photo. You can see this is alcohol sanitizer, and when you do this, they also check your temperature. Another one is you just put your forehead near the near this temperature, so it saves a lot of time to take temperature. Okay, this part later Joyce will talk more about transportation. I think most transportation will be the same, like last time we talked about. MRT will refuse service in two conditions. One is if you don't wear a mask. Another one if you have fever. So they will refuse to provide service. And the new one is if you buy single journey tickets or unregistered electronic tickets, you need to scan tracing QR code this time. And also because no gathering, so the water fountain and the public dancing area in some MRT station are closed. So these are not useful during this time. And about other transportation, train and HSR, the same. Need to wear mask all the time and no food allowed. Unless special cases like if you need to take medicine or the babies need to drink milk, these are special cases. And also the train need to scan the QR code. I'm not sure if HSR need, but I know train needs to scan. No non-reserved seats. I think seat or area about train. So people cannot stand. They only can buy the seat. And HSR, I know there's certain part the passenger can stand, like after 10, 11, 12. But right now they don't open that area. Okay, so basically no non-reserved seat or areas. Okay. And the next part we will welcome Joyce.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joyce. Now I'm going to talk about the differences between the level 2 and level 3. I think this is a good thing to be the last one because many things they mentioned already. So before we go into the level 2 and level 3, I'd like to focus on and review some basic regulations first. So as you can see, there are 5 different regulations. And the first one, mask wearing and social distancing, they are most important ones because the policies are changed depend on the different levels of the epidemic alert. And the other 3, I think we do almost every day. When you get into a building or go to the shop, you need to use your phone to scan the QR code and keep your personal information. So I think if all of you have been in Taiwan a while, so you know how to do it. So I just try to make it you fundamentally keep in your mind, remember the 5 things. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Thanks. Okay. We all know there are 4 levels of epidemic alert, and then level 4 would be the complete lockdown. So Taiwan hasn't been there yet. Of course, Taiwan won't be there. But unfortunately, Taiwan went down to level 3, and now we down back to level 2. So this is the reason I'm focusing on the level 2 to level 3 to tell you what the difference between them. As you can see from the PowerPoint highlights, it's focused on the first about the max policy, and also the outdoor, and also the second one is focused on the gallery. Okay, so let's go to the first one, max welding. Either level 2 or level 3. When you go out, you have to wear the mask. And at level 2, people are allowed to eat, to drink in public. But here's one thing to remind you. When you're on a train, like HSR, OTRA, people are not allowed to eat, drink on the train. You have to remember this one. And Sonia also mentioned this part already. At the level 3, you have to wear the mask all the time except when you are at home. Even you are in your own car. If there are 2 people, you also have to wear the mask. And the next one is a dining. We just mentioned about a level 2. It allows people to eat, to drink in public. So at level 2, of course, it's allow people to dine in the restaurant. But because Taiwan has just lowered the levels of the restriction to the level 2. So here also one thing to remind you, because different government, different local government, different local authorities, that have the different regulation about dining in a restaurant. So if you plan to eat out, please check your local information in the place where you live. So in general, during the level 2, restaurants, cafes are open, and also they will provide partitions to protect customers, and the restaurant also have the limited number of the customers to keep the social distancing. When up to level 3, of course, you can't eat out anymore. You can only order food, take away, or just like do the home delivery. Okay, and the next one is gallery. At level 2, as you can see from the picture, the first one, we have to follow the basic regulation again. Yeah, I try to fundamentally make you to keep the 5 things in mind. So at level 2, the indoor events is limited only 50 people, and outdoor is 100. So if an event is held, the organizers have to keep the social distancing. For example, just like keep the space between the participants, and also the participants have to wear the mask all the time, no food, no drink, and also in the event, they have to provide a very clear site for people to know where to go. But when the situation up to the level 3, indoor people down to 5 and outdoor down to 10. So the 5 people, maybe you must wonder, the 5 people indoor doesn't include people who live under at the same roof. So because it's very easily to see Taiwan, we have a different family structure. Sometimes particularly some rural areas have the 2 or 3, even 4 different generations live together. That doesn't count. So anyway, when you are invited by your school teachers go somewhere, you have to find out how many people will be, or you will get in trouble, and what kind of trouble will be. Of course, you have to pay the fine. Taiwanese government take this very, very seriously. So far, there are so many people being fined for violate the policies. They didn't wear the masks. They didn't wear the mask very well. That without any warning, they just fine you from $100 to $500. And for the large gathering, you're gonna pay more. There is a story, 15 people attend the funeral and they got caught during the level 3s. So they pay fine. That's individually paid between 200 to 1000 US dollars. That is a lot of money. Okay, and the last part, I like to do some reminders. Of course, the first one is still wear the mask and keep a social distance. And secondly, try not to go into a space that doesn't have the good circulation. So now we spend the most time at home. Try to open the door, open the opens, keep the good circulation. Even you use the AC, the door or the windows have to be opened. And wash your hand more frequently, particularly when you first thing we just get home. So even myself, I forget sometimes. So remember when you get home, first thing to wash your hands. And then if you cough, try to cover your mouth. If you don't have a tissue in hand, cough at your elbow and disinfect the surface like tables, desks, your keyboards, your phone, or the light switches, or the cabinet handles more often. And the last one, monitor your health. Check your temperature twice a day. If you feel uncomfortable, just try to check your temperature frequently and be aware of the symptoms such like fever, dry cough, or shortness of breath. Okay, and next one, it's Sonia.
Thank you, Joyce. So, so far, so good. Do you have any questions so far? No? Sorry, Ariel, I need the last page of our PowerPoint. If you don't have questions, we are going to do a little bit competition, online exercise. So I call it anti-COVID-19 Olympics because I really like to watch Olympic recently. And Taiwanese, we have a lot of great athletes this year. So it's very exciting. So what we are going to do, I think today we have representative for North District, Taipei, New Taipei, Penghu ETF. And we also have ETF from East District, Yilan, Hualien, and Taitung. So I think we can do battle mode. So we are going to use booklets. So later I will put the link, this link on the chat box. So please log in. And also you just type your nickname and choose your icon. Everyone will have 5 energy. So if you got wrong, you will lose 1 energy. And then if you two got the same right answer, the system will see who is faster, and the slower one will lose 1 energy. So we will see. Okay, Ariel, let me change to the game part. If your district has less people, your coordinator can join too, to be fair, right? Okay. Okay, so we only see 6 right now. So we'll wait more people to join. Have you used this before? Probably. It has different modes. So today we are using battle mode, which means you will compete with 1 or 2 people and see who will survive at the end. Okay, we have 22. Okay, 5 seconds. If you haven't, come. So there are 10 questions, okay? Only 10 questions. Okay, are you ready? Apples, ready, go. A little bit like apple. Okay, you can see your competitor. All of above. Oh no, someone lose the energy. Okay, next one. Oh, great. Ooh. Okay, number 3. This is a tricky one. Oh, sorry. Someone lose energy. Many I still have 4 energies. Oh, Eldon at 5. Okay, keep going. I think we have 5 more. Sorry, no easy card. hope someone can play to the last question. Oh, if you lose energy, then probably cannot play. But I don't know if the game will kick you out. I'm sorry, you're out of Olympics. No one left? Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I think we have technical problems. Okay, I need to fix this. Oh, but I think the game is still continuing. Okay, sorry, I need to fix this. But I think you did a good job. So how about today resort is even North District and East District. We will try next time again. Sorry about that. Okay, this is our session for this one. So thank you for participation, and please come back at 3 p.m. and continue the next session. Thank you, everyone.